Hey everyone, welcome back to Make the Music. I want to thank you for an amazing 2023. Now let's look forward into the year 2024. I have so much amazing stuff planned. I'm very excited, and I want to give a quick update on where this channel is headed and how I can help you continue to make better music in your home studio. And hopefully with engagement with you guys, I will get better as well. So let's get into what I kind of have planned coming into 2024. I figured with my channel, I really want to kind of refocus on some of the initial missions I had, which was helping people, especially in a home studio situation, get better at making music, find a way to get a product they're satisfied with, because that's all I wanted when I started in the home studio process. Yes, I try to give as high quality tips as possible, but my channel is not specifically for seasoned pros or something like that, people who do this day in and day out on a professional level. My channel is more geared towards the home studio person, the musician who just wants to create some good sounding music. How do we get there? It's kind of a confusing process. So that's what my channel is for. And so I have some upcoming series of videos that's going to concentrate even more on that, even giving you more tools to help you get that great final product from a song idea. So that's kind of an update on where the channel is going. I had a great 2023 with you guys. It was amazing. And I just want to put out better stuff for 2024. So if you have suggestions for how I can do that, you can leave it in a comment down below. Anyways, I want to get into the topic of this video, which is how you can make more music in 2024. If you didn't make as much music as you wanted to, you felt, hey, I could have done more. Well, it's a new year. It's a good time to start fresh. And I'm going to outline how you can make more music in 2024 with these 3 simple steps to help you hold yourself accountable and release some music, create something that you're proud of. As someone who's been in the home studio for close to 8 years, I've released 7 albums from my home studio. And you could argue, hey, they're not all the best things in the world, but I've released music every year in a full-length form for the last 7 years, keeping up this process. And no, you might not have time to release a full-length album, but at least get a couple singles out, maybe an EP out. And if you follow these steps, you can find chunks of time to get it done. Anyways, let's get into step 1 for how to make more music in 2024. So step 1 would be make a decision and commit to making some music in 2024. You're not gonna get it done if you actually don't commit to it, right? You need to actually make that decision. Hey, I wanna do a single. I wanna do 2 singles. I wanna do an EP. I want to do a full-length album. Whatever you think you can handle, commit to doing that. Put it on pen and paper, put it on your schedule app on your phone and commit to, hey, I'm going to release an EP by the end of the year. I want to have 4 songs. Commit to that decision and hold yourself accountable. As long as that making music thing is kind of out in the ether, well, maybe I want to do an album, maybe I want to do an EP, I don't know, a single, I'm not really that sure. It's never going to get done because you don't know what your goal is. You don't know what you actually want to do. For me, I try to release a full-length album every year. So I know the process that I have to follow if I want to get that full-length album out. So for you, if it's an EP, commit to it. Hey, it's going to be 4 songs, and that can help you start building that process for getting that EP out into the world. And then after you make that decision to release the music, let's say it's an EP, find someone to hold you accountable. Whether you have an audience on YouTube or social media, whether you're a band and you need your fans to hold you accountable, or if it's a close friend or spouse to say, hey, I want to release an EP by the end of the year. I need you to hold me accountable. I need you to check in every month, every few weeks and see, hey, how's the progress on that EP going? So that I have some sort of external pressure that is also motivating me to get that music out. It's not just me, because if you just decide, hey, internally, I'm going to release an EP and then you don't tell anyone, there's no actual consequences for it. There's no embarrassment. There's no social interaction where you go, man, I didn't accomplish that goal. You can kind of just, bury that internally. But if you tell someone, if you tell a close friend, hey, I'm releasing a 4-song EP in October of 2024. I want you to keep an eye on that and hold me accountable. He might come by in May of 2024 and go, hey, how's that EP progress coming? And he's going to say that. You're going to feel a little embarrassment if you haven't done anything about it. So set that goal that you're going to release that EP, album, single, whatever. Then tell someone, whether it's a fan base, a spouse, a close friend, hey, I'm doing this so that they can hold you accountable, and tell them to hold you accountable so you can get it done. And the second thing you want to do is set up a schedule for releasing your music. So let's say you're releasing this hypothetical EP and you want it to come out in November. Well, you're going to have 4 songs done by November 1st. So you're going to probably need a couple weeks to master these tracks. So now you're back in mid-October. And then hey, I probably need a month or 2 to mix all these tracks. So they all need to be recorded by around August. So that means that you need to all be tracked by that August time. So I need to begin tracking sometime, let's say in May. So that means I need to have all the songs written and demoed out by the month of May. So I need to spend February, March, and April demoing out and writing all my tracks. And you can see how you can go back in this process and you can outline a schedule for releasing this EP. For me, when I do my albums, I go, hey, I'm going to need to have all the tracks done by a certain point, the artwork figured out, then I can spend a couple months mixing it, spend a month mastering it, and then I also leave some buffer room in there, an extra month or so, which is a great tip, to kind of sit with it for about a month where I'm listening to tracks and maybe I'm finding small things that don't work and then going back and making some mix changes. So when you set up that schedule, give yourself a little wiggle room for if life happens, for example, right? Work gets a little busy. You have some obligations you have to attend to. That happens in life. That's totally fine. Give yourself some of that wiggle room so you can still accomplish that EP. You can still get that goal finished, but that you're not completely rushed and you're getting rid of all of sort of life's responsibilities to do that. Give yourself some wiggle room in that schedule. So if you're doing, you want to release a couple singles by the end of the year, and maybe you want to release one mid-year and one at the end of the year. Well, hey, if I want to release a single in June, it needs to be done by May so I can mix it. It needs to be, written by probably March, right? So you probably have 2 or 3 months to write that song. Give yourself these small goals, and then when you accomplish these small goals, you can feel the momentum move forward. Instead of a massive task of, oh my gosh, I've got to release this album or EP, it's a massive task. Break it down to smaller tasks. You'll find it's much more manageable when you go, hey, all I need to do this month is write a couple songs. Great. I don't have to think about mixing it. I don't have to think about mastering it. I just got to do this little piece. And when that little piece is done, you'll feel that momentum and go, okay, I got the next few months to write the next 2 tracks. And you're like, hey, all I got to do these 3 weeks, I have 3 weeks to record an entire track, right? And so it doesn't feel so big. It doesn't feel so monumental because you've broken it down into those smaller pieces. I suggest setting a schedule up that's really going to set you up for success. Put reminders on your phone like, hey, by June, I got to have all the tracks written, and it'll send you a reminder when that date finally comes. So you have that date up and coming, you know what your expectations are, and you can go ahead and get that done. And then my last tip is learn to enjoy the process of creating this EP, album, or single, right? If you just enjoy the final product and you don't have fun in the process, why are you doing this recording thing, right? Learn to enjoy every part of it. Learn to enjoy the songwriting where you're working on a small lyric, or you're working on a bridge part and you want it to sound perfect, right? Enjoy that. Enjoy the 30 minutes you spent getting that one vocal line correct, right? Learn to enjoy every part of the process as much as possible. It doesn't mean it's all going to be a ton of fun, right? Editing live drum takes, not the most fun thing possible, of course, but maybe you'll find some fun and you just love mixing. Okay, you love the whole mixing process. Great. Also learn to enjoy the songwriting process and the production process. So when you get to that mix, it's the most fun as possible, right? That's why I'm in this recording thing. I love the entire process. Yes, I love an end product. I love when I have a final album out. It feels so good. But what I've loved to learn more and what I've spent more time in probably is the entire process than listening to my final product as a whole. So learn to enjoy as much of the process as possible. And if there's a part of the process that you don't enjoy, or you don't feel you're good at, find a friend in the music industry, find a buddy who is good at that job. Let's say you're not great at writing lyrics, find a great lyric writer in your band or a local musician and work together with them. Maybe you don't know how to master it all and it's very confusing to you. Find someone, there's engineers on Fiverr, there's people who do mastering, find them to do the master for you. Take the stress off, right? Maybe artwork, maybe you know a great artist and you don't know how to construct artwork for your single or EP. Have them do the artwork for you and pay them to do the artwork, right? So take the parts of the process, see if you can farm them out to people who are really, really good at that and are going to enhance your project, and have them do it, and then leave the fun stuff to you. As long as you stick to that schedule, have people hold you accountable, and you still release that product, you're totally free and open to do that. So I hope those were helpful steps. So I hope those were helpful steps for you releasing more music in 2024. I want to see you guys release tracks. I want everyone to enjoy this music process and release music and add some art into the world. I know that I'm committing, hey, I'm going to release an album in 2024. I'm saying this right on the channel. I'm also running this channel now, which is a new thing. So it's going to be a difficult task. I already know that this is going to be challenging, but I'm going to set up a schedule. I'm going to commit to it. An album is coming out this year. When exactly, I don't know yet, but it's going to happen. If you're going to commit to releasing some music, even if it's just one song, a cover, leave a comment down below and go say, hey, I'm going to release a song by this date. I'm going to release an EP by this date. I'm going to release an album by this date. Let me know in the comments so we can all hold each other accountable and help each other enjoy this entire process. I have a guide called the Home Studio Toolbox, and this is a free guide that outlines everything in terms of free software that you can utilize when you're creating your album or EP. It's a 100% free guide. Go to the description box down below. It gives you a bunch of tools to help you create your music and make the process more fun. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be starting an amazing series here next week. You're going to see it. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to outline how to create an entire song from scratch, from the songwriting process to getting an idea down, to tracking the entire thing, demoing it, mixing and mastering, artwork, release. It's gonna cover the entire thing, and it's gonna be 100% free on YouTube, and it's gonna be a blast. You're not gonna wanna miss that. Subscribe to the channel so you can see every video of that coming every week. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.